that's charged enough. My little light here. It's charged up a little while where I had my breakfast actually. I wanted to at 10 o'clock. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Hi there. Oh, golly. Getting ready for the day. Hello. Wait until a few people come by. We'll start out with some Bible reading. Hello. Hey, Johnny. Whoa. Oh, crack my back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, buddy. That felt good. That felt good. Hey, how are you doing? Hi, Eric. Hey, everyone. I hear that name often, Cochrane. It's like, I assume it's like Irish. It sounds Irish to me, Cochrane. I know quite a few people named with that name. I don't hear my name too often, but I know it's common. I know it's common. It's like Gibson guitar, Mel Gibson. I don't know anyone I've just never known anyone personally named Gibson. I've only heard of like celebrities with the name Gibson. Yeah. I think Gibson is like Scottish, but it could also be English, I think. Let me look that up. I'm sure it's got Scottish. Could also be Welsh, I think, because I don't know. I don't know. My dad has. I think my dad might have Scottish in him, but they're kind of on the fence as to like whether they're Scottish or something else, like English. Let me see. Hey, how are you doing? Yeah. Hi. Hey, Jason. What cities? What do you mean? Where am I from? I'm not telling you which city I'm from. But I'll tell you what state I'm from. I'm from Oregon. I mean, I'm not going to tell you where I reside. That's for sure. Okay. Well, whoops. And oh, such a sweet. You know, I finally got some good sleep last night. Oh my gosh. There's nothing like it, man. I mean, I'm trying to take a long break from weed, and anytime I try to do that, the hardest thing, the only real thing that I have it real difficulty with is falling asleep at night, is the restless mind. It's like no matter how exhausted and tired I actually am, like yawning constantly, I can't even fall asleep once I'm still, you know, once I'm like just in the bed still, my mind just starts racing. I've always been like that though. I've always had that problem, but it's just enhanced when I try to quit smoking weed. Let's see, but I'm so glad I got some good sleep last night. It was probably like around 10 o'clock when I fell asleep, 10 or 11. So nice. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you see, like, I think it's English. Because my DNA doesn't, I don't remember them telling me I'm Scottish. I have to double check though. But the surname Gibson is of English and Scottish origin. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's English. Yeah. It's a functioning as a patronymic name, meaning son of Gib. Oh, I knew it. Anything with son at the end is like the son of someone. Son of Gibbs, son of Gilbert, derived from the medieval personal name Gilbert, rooted in Norman French and Germanic terms for bright pledge or noble youth. Huh, I didn't know that. That's cool. It became a recognized surname in the 14th century, heavily established in Scotland and northern England. Okay. Cool. Cool. Could also be Scottish though. I am either Scottish or English. I have no idea which one. Really. I think it's I would guess, if I had to guess on my life, I'd guess English though. Hey, you don't even know if I have a job or not. Loser. Not only that, but this is practically a job. You know what I do? I sell paintings. I help people with recovery. I have a job interview in 2 days. I help my parents out. I do all kinds of work. I work my ass off. So why don't you get a job? Get off my live stream. Go get a job, dickweed. I feel like he's, people who say that sort of thing just out of the clear blue for no reason when they don't know you, they're like the kind of, you can't live around them. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't, you know? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah, if I had a job, he'd probably call me a roaring feminazi or something. And if I don't have a job, he'd call me a loser, go get a job, you know? Who knows? Who knows? But, I mean, that's just like, get a life. Get a life. This isn't like your typical, I don't think this is like your typical live stream, because I actually treat this, I feel like I have an obligation to be here and at a specific time so I can, I like that I'm helping people with their habits and their addictions. People tell me that my content really helps them, and the feedback I get is assuring me that that there's a point to all this. Not only that, but we have Bible studies. Not only that, I got really nothing to prove. It's futile trying to argue with people with very, very low IQs. Trolls. Hello. Well, thank you, Jenny. Welcome to my channel. What do I call a guy with no body and no nose? A pumpkin head. I call them a pumpkin head. Pumpkins don't have noses and they don't have bodies. And they don't have brains. And I give you guys tips and stuff, for dealing with stuff, and not only that, but just exercising, skincare, people like to know about that stuff. Ooh, I'm gonna wear my St. Maximilian Kolbe pendant. He's the patron saint of drug addicts, and I didn't know that when I chose him. It's crazy. Still crazy to me. And, considering when I was in my late teens, like 17, when I received my confirmation, and before then even, I had this fascination with St. Maximilian Kolbe. And it's funny because I've had other saints that I gravitated towards that I really loved. Like when I was really, really little, my favorite saint was Saint Therese of the Child Jesus. And I liked Saint Therese, and I liked Saint Francis of Assisi, because, you know, the animals, duh. And, you know, there've been other saints that I really love, but I just, it's like God knew that I would need Saint Maximilian Kolbe by my side. I had no idea, and I've struggled with eating disorders when I was starting with my early teens, and body dysmorphia starting from since I can remember. And he's also the patron saint of eating disorders, because they tried to starve him, right? And that wasn't, you know, they tried to starve him and it wouldn't kill him. Now I know we can go a long time without food, granted, but I think they even deprived him of water too. I think they also deprived him of water. I'm pretty sure. I have to double check to make absolutely certain that they did that, but yeah, I don't think they would have gone in and given him water. They wanted him to croak. They wanted him to die a really miserable demise, so it's interesting. It's fascinating to me that that he just so happens. Oh yeah, and I loved Joan of Arc too. I named my guardian angel Joan after Joan of Arc. Because when I was a little kid, I was told that you can name your guardian angel. Maybe my guardian angel has 2 names now, because I named them. And maybe they have their own name already, and I don't even know about. You know, I've always thought the idea of, not just the idea, but the concept and the fact, it's a fact, I know we have guardian angels, of having an guardian angel is so cool. Hey Barney, how are you doing? Thessalonians, okay. Let's read some Thessalonians. Hi. Geonjin. I have no idea what Stray Kids or Geonjin is, but I'll look it up to know what the heck you're talking about. That's interesting. One sec. A little bit more on my forehead. Geonjin. I talk about all kinds of things on my channel, man. We talk about books, we talk about, you know, video games, my dog. Oh yeah, wellness, yoga. I should do yoga more on my channel. It would be a good way to start things too. Kill so many birds with one stone. Ha! I love doing that. I love killing 2 birds with one stone. It's a cool photo. Shit. Oh yeah, I was gonna look up. You're such a creep, Samuel. Creep. It's funny how people are being really mean right now, you know? Racist? Of course not. Why would you say that? Yeah, you're my friend's grandpa was Maximilian Kolbe's brother. Really? Is that true, Adam? For some reason, I kind of believe you. I don't know. That's crazy if that's the case. If that's true, that's awesome. Thanks, guys. sorry about your fish, man. But, welcome to my channel. Hope you start to feel better. I'm sorry about that. Eesh. Of course I'm not racist. What gave you that idea? You know, I just knew someone was gonna tell me I look like Sarah Connor. Everyone keeps telling me that. That's funny. And no, I don't puke after I eat. Wow, let's not pay attention to those guys, okay? They'll go away if I just don't pay attention to them. I'm turning 35 in just 4 days. Actually, what day is it? Oh, it's the 23rd. Actually, 3 days. I'll be I'll be 35 in 3 days. Some people are just jealous. Just don't pay it. Let's just not pay attention to them. It's okay. Who said? Wow. Lots of trolls. It's almost hard to avoid them because there's so many of them right now. Telling me I look miserable. I'm not miserable at all. Actually, I'm doing great right now. Yeah, maybe I will go as Sarah Connor from the Terminator come Halloween, or I'll cosplay it maybe. I should cosplay that. I remember doing that when I was in my late teens with my friend, and that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Except we went to this convention and my God, the BO. I must say, gotta get some air freshener. No offense. Anyway, yeah, screw it. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Pascal. Yeah, everyone here thinks I look like Sarah Connor. That's crazy. Like, because no one in my family agreed about it. I tell them, hey, do you guys think I look like Sarah Connor? Everyone thinks I look like Sarah Connor. And they're like, no. And I'm like, huh? Because everyone here thinks I do. That's crazy. It's crazy. Maybe it's because they've just never seen the Terminator. Well, I know one of them has, but that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, and they think I look better than her, but I think she's really pretty. I guess we all have varying perceptions of things. But I've had people tell me I look like Dolores O'Riordan. I think that's her name, from the Cranberries, when I had short hair. And I've gotten Winona Ryder before too. After this, I'm gonna read the passage of the Bible with you guys, and we're gonna go make a little breaky because I wanted to get to my live stream at 10 o'clock sharp, and otherwise I usually have my breakfast before my live stream. I don't. And I mean, I know it's like there's a lot of content with people eating in front of the camera, and I just don't get that. Honestly, I don't get why people like to do that, but actually it might be a good thing for me because it proves to people that I'm not like Eugenia Cooney. Like, that's a big insult to me because look at these muscles. Look at these muscles. You're just jealous. To be exact, Sarah Connor is Terminator 2, same shoulder structure. You could bust up just a little bit with some push-ups. Sarah Connor was a little more built on the shoulder, just a little, huh? Well, yeah, I mean, she's from the Terminator. She had to be built. Yeah, she was ripped. She was ripped. She still looks awesome, man. She still looks great. She's like, what, in her 70s? She still looks awesome. Thank you. Because I mean, look, see, see, and I have muscles. I have got muscles. Look, see, yeah, and I look at what happens when I don't even flex. See, loose hand, loose hand. Look, it's limp, like your dick. Look, you see. When I don't even flex, Okay, now I'm gonna flex. Not flexing, flexing. Not flexing, flexing. See? So? Oh, thank you. Well, you know, for one thing, when I was in college, I mean, I don't drive. That's another thing. Whenever I go anywhere to run errands, I get on the train and I go to the grocery store and I carry all the stuff. I carry stuff in my backpack. I'd always carry stuff like in grocery bags in each hand, or I have my dog. Now I have my dog and I'm always walking my dog, and he's big. My dog weighs as much as I do, practically. He's a big dog. And he when my friend saw me with my dog, she's like, "Oh snap, that dog's gonna make you ripped," because he's always with me when I go out and everything. I'm always moving in some way, so it's not like I lift weights every day, but I I do manual labor. I do things manually. And when I went to college, I'd always carry, all these substrates and art supplies, and that stuff was heavy. That stuff could get heavy, all those textbooks on top of it. And I always thought to myself, hey, well, it's killing two birds with one stone. I'm getting this done, and I'm getting stronger in the process, and it's true. It's true. It all panned out that way. Well, thank you, John. Yeah, I do think confidence is key. I've noticed that when I'm really sad and depressed, people don't even really want to look at me. But when I'm in a good mood and I'm happy, suddenly people turn their heads and they start gravitating, which is cool. I get it. I'd be the same way. I'd gravitate more towards someone who is smiling and happy than someone who's always, complaining, and it's just not becoming. I have compassion and empathy for people who are struggling and all that. And I understand sometimes we just don't have a good day. And that's fine. But someone who's just perpetually just not content with anything and just always complaining, that is something that someone needs to look at. I think, I don't know, like, it's not for everyone, but I think therapy would probably, or doing a little thought journal or thought record, would benefit. I have a thought record book, and it's actually kind of helpful. Oh, Shando, okay. Oh, you want to go see what the cat's up to? Oh. Okay, Bible. Where's my Bible? Looking for my Bible. I put it over here. Oh, here it is. Hi. Thanks, guys. I love you too. Thank you, Will I? Oh, I'm trying to eat more. Don't worry. I was a heroin addict, Will, for 6 years, and I've been clean as of February 28, 2023. So, practically 3 years now. Yeah, about 5 days I'll be clean for 3 whole years. So, technically 3 years. I don't lift weights every day. No, I don't. But I should, just so I have even bigger muscles. You know, I'm constantly moving around. And throughout the, I mean, it's just, I think it's just all the manual labor and carrying heavy things that I've done over the course of a decade or more, probably more, like 15 years probably, of just work. I work hard. And you know, I don't drive. So if I run errands, I'm also getting exercise while I'm out there running errands and stuff. I'll go out and go grocery shopping, and I'll be carrying everything home, you know? I'll be carrying all my art supplies to school and all around campus and everywhere. I worked at the cafe where there was a lot of manual labor, and it's not like Starbucks where their espresso shots are pulled automatically. I do it myself manually by hand, and it's like tamping really hard. You have to use all your strength to tamp it. You know, keeping that place clean, sweeping and vacuuming, and even that is more movement right there. You know, it's if it was all from just lifting those weights alone, I wouldn't even have muscles, because I hardly ever do that. Like, you know, I started doing it on my channel here a little bit. I should do it more. What do you mean? Who said I hate the world? If I hated the world, I wouldn't be clean right now. I've found that there's a lot to live for. Thank you, guys. Oh, you know, I slept a lot better this time. I slept so much better last night, because I'm actually trying to take a good break from smoking weed, because it affects my motivation and just messes with my coordination and other things. And I've smoked too much of it over the course of the past 15 years or so. Thank you for the gift, man. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Thank you. So I'm taking a break from it. Makes me feel better when I can get some good sleep, you know. That's the thing I'm struggling with, though, is it's really hard to fall asleep. This is the first decent night's sleep I've gotten in like 4 to 5 days or so. Or no, actually, seems like it's the first good night's sleep I've gotten in a week. It's been a long time. Oh, it's not. Oh, that mannequin. Yes, I do draw and I paint. Want to see what painting I'm working on right now? I'm working on prints. I'm painting prints. Whoops. Whoopsie. Here's prints so far, guys. It's a work in progress. Let me go get my little light over there. Okay. Oh, first of all, here's Vince McMahon so far. I mean, no, it's done. That one's done. And Prince is a work in progress. We're just working on those studs and those buttons, and he should be done. Let's see. Yeah, so far so good. Prince, so far so good. See, we're working on those studs. We're gonna revise those as well. Add more like dark tint to make them really pop. The values really pop there. But I'm loving how this one's turning out. Prince, so far so good. Look at those lips. Look at those eyes, guys. Look at the detailing. Prince. I love how this is turning out. It's one of my favorites so far. Oh, it's so vibrant. Good quality paint. Yeah, I'm gonna be charging more for my paintings, because that painting palette, the more I'm painting, we're gonna run out of those paints, and that palette was super expensive too. Not to mention, People keep telling me I need to charge more. Okay, buddy. Oh, I've got some mushroom gummies. How much are my paintings? Well, we're gonna start for a painting of that size, 300 now. I increased it by $50. It's gonna be 300 now. You can also buy a smaller one. I was gonna do some smaller, more intimate portraits. I could even do like series of paintings too. A smaller painting would be more affordable. I could do like pet portraits. You can send me a photo of your cat or your dog and or your bird or your fish, and I could paint that. Frame it nicely. Yeah, anything really. You can now. Oh yeah, speaking of which, let me share my information in case you guys would like to propose a commission. Just like my Discord, PayPal information, stuff like that. In case anyone would like to commission me or anything of that nature. You cutie pie. Shando's here. Oopsie. Baby, it's my baby. Oh, honey bears. Okay. Okay. Hi guys. Thank you, Michael. Okay. My Discord. Oh, also my Instagram is where I post all my art, and you can message me via there as well. I check my Discord more though, so I might get back to you faster on my Discord. I don't know. I forget to go to my Instagram. In fact, I have artworks I need to post there. Let's see. Yeah, wish it was slower. Emerald. Oops. Well, you know, I already have too many mods right now, man. Not many of them are here right now, but I maybe later. My channel isn't. I don't have enough like people here for that right now. I already have like probably 7. Gosh, I don't know how many mods I have. I have too many actually. But I'll let's see. What's your name, Mr. Mouth? I'll consider. Yeah. It gets a little out of hand when I have too many. 13473, I think. 13473. I don't know. Sometimes my memory's a little shoddy. One sec. 13473. Huh? Okay. 13473. And then Instagram. Anna dot Katrina dot art. Okay. There we go. And I'll pin that. Yep. All right. Now, let's read a Bible verse before we go in and make some breaky. Hey, Pockety, Bucketies. I'm recovering from heroin. I was a heroin addict for 6 years, and now I'm clean as of February 28, 2023. So it's been 3 years, just about. Oh yeah, I just pinned my Instagram right down there. It's anna.katrina.art. Okay. Anyone have? Oh yeah, someone did recommend a Bible verse, I think, and I. Cool. Thank you for adding me to your Instagram. Thank you. Thank you for following me. Looking for a Bible verse. Where is that Bible verse that was recommended to me? I want more coffee. Oh man, I lost it. I think it was Jeremiah, but I forget which passage. I just showed you a painting. Hey, let me show you I'll show you an oil painting, okay? I'll show you an oil painting. The one I always show you because it's right here. But here's, and it's one of my favorites, absolutely. But it's my best friend who passed away 5 years ago. But, yeah, this is my friend Adrian, oil on panel. Okay, now we're going to read a Bible verse, okay? Anyone have a suggestion? Thank you, Carol. Thank you, J.K. Bowling. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I pray that he's in heaven. Oh, Thessalonians, thank you. First book of Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 6 to 9. Okay. I hate it when there's like a little, I feel like there's like a hair on your face that won't go away. Thessalonians. Yeah, I don't read Thessalonians very often. I thought it might be the New Testament, though. God, it's like, go away. Yep, knew it. First book of Thessalonians. Okay, 184, chapter 5, 6 to 9. Yeah, it's a very short book. Okay, that's the second. Okay. Chapter 5, 6 to 9. Ooh, I already have that highlighted. So then let us not sleep, as others do, but let us keep awake and be sober. For those who sleep at night and those who get drunk are drunk at night. Well, let's start that over. For some reason, I feel like I read that wrong. So then let us not sleep, as others do, but let us keep awake and be sober. For those who sleep, sleep at night, and those who get drunk are drunk at night. But since we belong to the day, let us be sober and put on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet the hope of salvation. For God has not destined us for wrath, but to obtain salvation through our Lord Jesus Christ. I love that one. That one is so relevant to what we're talking about here. Addiction and recovery. Screw you, Ryan. Rylan. Get rid of that motherfucker. Oh, wow. They're really being mean. Let's get rid. Yeah, they're just really trying to make it so I can't focus on the nice guys. Yeah, Thessalonians. That's one of my favorites now. That's one of my favorites now, John Woodmass. Yeah, I forgot that I had actually, in fact, the ones I really, really, really love that I highlight, I'm also put a little star above it because I love that one. One big star. Yeah. This is the Bible that I write in. That's why I use this Bible. I have a lot of other Bibles that are pretty cool. But this is, I like the weight of this one. And I like that it's like, I can take it anywhere. It doesn't matter if it gets all that, banged up, kind of, from use. But yeah, that's the one I write in. Okay, so since we've done that, Book of Job is low-key great. Excellent depiction of hopelessness and existential dread. Yeah. Okay, Job, chapter 3. Okay, let's go. Let's do that. Let's do the Book of Job, chapter 3, and then we're going to go make some breakfast afterwards. Make some coffee and breakfast. Job. Let's make sure here. 461. You okay, baby? Careful now. I don't want you. Don't fall on that thing. 460. What are you looking at me like that for? 461. Baby, you're so sweet. Goodness. Chapter 3 of Job. Okay. Okay, we'll just read this one chapter. And then we'll get back to it. But I gotta go make breakfast after this, okay? After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. And Job said, "Let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night which said, a man-child is conceived. Let that day be darkness. May God above not seek it, nor light shine upon it. Let gloom and deep darkness claim it. Let clouds dwell upon it. Let the blackness of the day terrify it. That night, let thick darkness seize it. Let it not rejoice among the days of the year. Let it not come into the number of the months. Yeah, let that night be barren. Let no joyful cry be heard in it. Let those curse it who curse the day, who are skilled to rouse up a Leviathan. Let the stars of its dawn be dark. Let it hope for light, but have none, nor see the eyelids of the morning, because it did not shut the doors of my mother's womb, nor hide trouble from my eyes. Why did I not die at birth, come forth from the womb and expire? Why did the knees deceive me, or why the breasts that I should suck? For then I should have lain down and been quiet. I should have slept, then I should have been at rest. With kings and counselors of the earth who rebuilt ruins for themselves, or with princes who had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or why was I not as a hidden untimely birth, as infants that never see the light? There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary are at rest. There the prisoners are at ease together. They hear not the voice of the taskmaster. The small and the great are there, and the slave is free from his master. Why is light given to him that is in misery, and life to the bitter in soul? Who long for death? And life to the bitter in soul, who long for death, but it comes not, and dig for it more than for hid treasures. who rejoice exceedingly and are glad when they find the grave. Why is light given to a man whose way is hid, whom God has hedged in? For my sighing comes as my bread, and my groanings are poured out like water. For the thing that I fear comes upon me, and what I dread befalls me. I am not at ease, nor am I quiet. I have no rest, but trouble comes. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, he doesn't seem very happy there. Romans chapter 9, verse 32. Okay, that's the last one I do right now before I go make some breakfast, okay? Okay, I gotta go make breakfast. Haven't had any breakfast. 1 sec. Chapter 9, verse 33. Since you're only telling me to read one verse here. Or asking, I should say. 9, verse 33. Okay. As it is written, behold, I am laying in Zion a stone that will make men stumble, a rock that will make them fall. And he who believes in him will not be put to shame. Okay. All right. Let's go make some brekkie. Make some brekkie. Brekkie, 1 sec. Yeah. Just gonna fix that. I feel like I need a sweater. 1 sec. Pink sweater. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Oopsie. Kiddo. What should I make for my brekkie, hon? Just gonna go ahead and wash this. I don't want you guys eating this thing that's in the left here. Okay. Not gonna be good then, is it? Yeah. I don't think that is good for dogs. Just use this pan. Wash it. I better check, make sure that the connection is legit. I'm gonna also get my coffee. Whoops. Get something to dry my damn hands. Where is, oh, here we go. Perfect. I get my coffee. What's up, dog? Hey, you. What you doing, buddy? What? What's that noise? What's that sound you just made? Okay. Eggs and sausage. Buddy, got some chicken sausage and eggs this time, and some butter. Buddy, there you go. Good butter. Got some good grass butter. Hey, baby, what you doing? I think I already gave you breakfast butter. I think I did. I'm pretty sure. And I'll give you one more cup just in case. I don't know. That could have been last night. Okay, come on, hurry up. This is for Mama, honey. Just trying to think, where should I? This is kind of where the eggs might stick more. What you like? Would you like a little cottage cheese, baby? Okay, let's give you a little cottage cheese, baby boy. Okay. Here. Yes. There you go. Have the rest. Hop. Okay, I'll see. Yeah, well, you know, I've been clean for 3 years, so yeah, I know you can do it. You can do it, man. It's possible. We do recover. Just have to have faith, and you have to work at it. Hey, buddy. Ooh. Hey, thank you, Barney. Oh, you take care, okay? Oh, thanks, guys. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the, wow, all the memberships. Thank you, Endangered. Oh my goodness. You are awesome. Thank you. Man, you have no idea how much, I mean, you probably do, but thank you. That helps so much. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for subbing. Thank you very much. I'm making some eggs and sausage. These are good. Oh! I'll show you how orange these eggs are. The yolks. I think that's an indicator that the eggs are even fresher, you know? Better eggs, more vitamins. Let me show you. Look at this. Look how orange these are, dude. Look how orange those are. They're so orange. Nice. I'll put some cheese on those. Make that bread with canola oil. I know how bad that is for you. They link vegetable oils to colon cancer and colorectal cancer. Same thing that James Vanderbeek got. And they notice it's becoming way more prevalent in young people now than it used to be. It used to be the only people in their 60s and 70s got it. Now it's, or older, but now it's like younger people, like even 20s and 30s. That's scary. And it's reflects our diet, I think. I think it's, yeah, I think they might have a point. It could be vegetable oils and corn, you know, all the bad stuff we eat. So try to stay away from that. I avoid it like the plague. I've heard it's worse for you, actually, vegetable oils. I've heard, alleged, that it's worse for you than moderate cigarette smoking, which is not an excuse to smoke cigarettes. That's never good. You know, and it could lead to chain smoking, which is probably worse than vegetable oil. But yeah, that's terrible. No, we're not gonna do that. I think this is enough. Maybe I'll find something else. I wish you had some type of carb source though. I don't fear the carbs, but I'm not gonna eat that. I'm not gonna eat canola oil. Some cayenne. got some rice. And I've got some more of these baked beans, weenie weenies. Actually, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna cut that sausage into sections. Let's see. To pieces. Here, I'll give you a little piece of sausage, okay? Just a little bit, baby. Not all of it. That's it. That's it. That's all you're getting, baby. The rest is for Mama. Fry those up a little bit. Some rice. Actually, I was just gonna use this. Actually, we're gonna use my plate. I'm gonna get more dishes. That's good enough. A little bit more. I don't know if I can eat that much this morning. We'll see. Have a little cheese too. Heat that up in the microwave. Oh my. I don't want that much. Just want a few. Yeah, buddy. Where are the hot dogs in this thing? Oh, here's one. Hot the dog. Yeah, buddy. There's another one. Sweet. Not too many. That's actually really good. Good baked beans that I made. They take a while. Heat that up. Some baked beans with some cheese on top. Turn that up. These eggs are really good. Put the eggs first. Some pepper. I'm sorry, honey. I put spices all over my eggs, and I just gave you an egg, okay? Put spices on my eggs. That way, you know, I'm getting to eat all of it, and you're not tempted to share with you. Get you one more of those, okay? Because that's a lot of food. Got some hot dogs in my beanie weenies anyway, so here, have another one. Yee. That's it. The rest is for Mama's. Okay? Oh, no. Over to our eggs. Perfect. Perfect. Bene winners with Swiss eggs. And some sausages. Well, coffee. I put my coffee in my room by the window so it cools faster. Oh. I better not leave that where you can get it. I know what you're thinking. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Actually, I might not heat that up a little more. Don't touch my eggs. Eggs. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I really do try to take care of my hair, you know? It does look healthier than it used to. I used to have really kind of thin, wispy hair. I've been really trying to take care of it, so that's awesome. Thank you. Okay, that's donezo. I eat a lot of eggs, and eggs have biotin in them. Very, very healthy for you. Okay, let's see. Right there. All right. I'm gonna get a spoon. You can put in some hot sauce. Sriracha on the side. Okay. All right. Cool beans. One sesame. Yeah. Open the window. Make it nice and refreshing in here. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Excuse me, baby. Come on, buddy. Come on. Now, honey, you made me feel so bad. Because you're all excited right now like you're going to get some. Oh, sorry, honey. I gave you plenty. I gave you a plenty, honey. If it were up to you, you wouldn't even be able to move by now. You'd just be a big blob of little paws sticking out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I used to always say cool beans at the cafe when I was working there. It's kind of, yeah, I always say that. I'm going to have these eggs, buddy, okay, with these sausage. This is Mama's now, okay? This is Mama's din-dins. See, it's, let me turn on this light if it's still working. Hopefully. But it's rice and beanie weenies and some chicken, damn it, chicken sausage. Let me move this. Shando, I can't do anything. I can't sit anything anywhere. Goofy. Goofy dog. Let me fix this. Let me get this charging so I can use it. Gosh, this thing runs out of battery so fast. It was all the way charged, man. Practically. Almost. Okay, well. Anyway. Got chicken, sausage, and beanie weenies with actual beef hot dog as well. We got some eggs. We got some rice. Got 2 eggs and rice. And some Swiss cheese. That's good. And this is Mama's din-dins, honey. You gotta let Mama have her din-din too. It's really good. Hard to go wrong here. Well, the eggs and the only thing here that's microwaved is the beanie weenies I made the other day. The beans and rice, that's it. Everything else has been cooked from scratch at the moment. Actually, this is all cooked from scratch, but the rice and the beanie weenies are yesterday's leftovers. And it's delicious. And you can't have it, Shando. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you one more sausage, okay? If I can't finish this, you can have one. One more. Okay, one more piece of sausage. Because I don't think that's very bad for you. That's it. That's it. I'm having the rest. I have such a hard time saying no to that face. No, my job interview's on Wednesday. Oops, looks like I dropped a little rice. You can have that if you want. There's rice right there, kiddo. You don't smell it? It's right there. It's right there. Honey, right there. Right there, baby. It's right here. Look, 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 right here. You were so goofy. I guess it doesn't smell like anything. And that rice. I'm gonna have to clean that up. Hmm? No, I'm sorry, I can't give you my egg. It's got hot sauce on it, baby. Mm-mm. I'm afraid not, babe. No. Mm-mm. This is Mama's. Mama has to have brekkie too. You've already had yours, and you're big. You're so big and strong. Oh, I know, hon. You don't want to be roly-poly. And you won't have energy, and you won't feel good. No. Even a little bit of being overweight is really bad for dogs. Like, dogs are sensitive to that. It's a big determiner in how long they're gonna live. How overweight your dog is, too. You want for them to be lean. You want for your dog to be lean. Like, not like skinny, but like, sorry, don't like to say like all the time. You want for there to be definition. You want for their ribs to show just a little bit. You want a silhouette that's hourglass-like. You know, not like a tank, not like a tube. You don't want for them to look like a sausage. Too many people's dogs go around looking all sausage-like. Especially like, you know, pugs and animals like that. The animals that don't like to exercise as much. Dogs that don't like to exercise as much include those toy dogs, like pugs. I remember we had a pug, Mason. It was so difficult to get him to want to take a walk. He'd just sit there and he'd resist. And as I'm pulling this way, he's pulling back this way. And his jowls and his rolls would like go overlap his head, you know, like Jabba the Hutt. It was like, it would just like, you know, his rolls would start piling over his head like that. And it was so funny. He was a comical dog. You know what he'd do? Mason the pug? He'd go out there and lay out there splayed out on his back in the middle of the street, right in smack dab in the middle of the street, and a car, and this was just constantly, okay? He'd do this constantly. And a car would come driving down, it would stop, and it would start honking. And I was like, oh, not again. And there he was. I'd see him splayed out on his back, laying out in the sunshine on the freaking street. He could have been laying anywhere, but he chose to lay out in the middle of the street on his back. So I'd have to run out, pick him up, apologize to the people who are trying to, I don't know, drive their pregnant wife to the hospital, who knows, and just like carry him back into the house. And he'd do that constantly. It was hilarious. Honey, these are my eggs. I know what you're thinking, but this is my food, okay? Don't you want Mama to have food too? Don't you want me to be healthy like you? You're goofy. I know. I know you're a dog. Mm-hmm. Hey, dude. Get my pants dirty. Drooling on them. Sorry, kiddo. This is for Mama. And I'm done now. That was a proper amount. Okay? I'm gonna put that away now. And don't step on all my clean clothes. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, put it away. You have plenty. You haven't forgotten already that I actually gave you an egg, a whole cup of cottage cheese, about a quarter of my, or a third, yeah, actually a quarter of my sausage. You're goofy. You are so goofy. You know that? You know that? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you. Goodness, you're so cute. Okay, I'm gonna get my coffee now. So that's cooled off. Ooh, it does feel like it's cooled off already. Okay, I'm back. A dinosaur story. I know. Look at that boy. I know you're a sweetheart, but you gotta let Mama have her suppers too. I know you want it all to yourself. You want it all to yourself. Goodness. Yo. Yes, I slept a lot better. Thank you, Heather. How are you doing? His name is Shando. Shando. S-H-A-N-D-O. In fact, Shando. He's named after the main character from a cartoon that I used to love as a kid. Gallivants. Ugh. Gallivants. I love dogs. I am a dog person for sure. That's a cool name for a dog, Cosmo. Like Cosmo and Wanda. I also think that Snickerdoodle would be a good name for a dog. Brush my hair a little. Yeah, you rest your paws, sweetheart. You rest those dainty paws. He's like, what? No, my paws are strong, and I can dominate anyone with the swipe of my mighty paws. Goodness. He's an apex predator. Okay, enough of that baby talk. He's an adult now. Shando just turned 3 years old, which technically is an adult now in dog years. Right, 21 about. Thinking about getting like a hair straightener. Maybe hair straight. I don't know, dude. Though these days they have hair straighteners that are better, that don't really damage your hair, but it might help with that annoying cowlick I have going on there. You know, the hobbits from the Lord of the Rings. I always thought that their names sounded like dog names. Frodo. Frodo. Merry. Pippin. I mean, granted, Peregrine or Pippin is an actual name. There's a Saint Peregrine. But Frodo definitely sounds like a dog's name. That's a good dog's name. Frodo. Frodo. Aw, I like Farrah Fawcett's hair. Maybe I'll keep it then. I just wish my hair was a little longer and it would look better. You know, a little more evened out, because as I'm letting my hair grow, and I had a buzz before. There are parts that are much shorter than others, especially at the top of my head, you know. It's like all that needs to grow out evenly and then it'll look great. I need to be patient. And if I don't like it, if I'm super tempted to cut my hair short because it's uncomfortable or I can't get it without it hurting, pulling on my head, I should just wear a hat. Actually, I just got myself a hat. It's going to be really cute. I got myself a fedora. Can I? Oh. Sorry, man. I'm not a fan of Wendy's or fast food in general. I'm a bit of a health nut, as if you couldn't tell. Thank you. Thank you, Heather. Oh, man, I can't wait. Here, let me show you the hat I'm gonna get. Or should I just surprise you? I want to see when that thing's coming, though. Stop it. Okay. Yeah, I think it's good to get a lot of protein in the morning. That was almost like an English breakfast right there. You had baked beans, very British. Chicken sausage. The only thing I was lacking were the sliced tomatoes and the blood sauce. Well, blood sauce is sausage, whatever. I had sausage. Sausage, beans, and eggs, right? Isn't that kind of like an English breakfast there? Save for the tomatoes. Let's see. Oh. Save for the tomatoes. Let's see my orders. What are you doing? Oh, hey now. Careful. Hey. Hey, what you working at? Oh, it's coming tomorrow. Cool. That's cool. Let me show you my hat that I'm getting. Can I enlarge the image a little? Come on. Oops. Can we enlarge the image? Oh, no, not that one. There we go. Oh, well, I'll just show you here. Ah, my nose. That's sick. Shanda, what? Hey, sorry. He's barking at our neighbors and stuff. Hey, you let people go for their walks peacefully. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. They're just people, baby. You know better than that. Okay, let me show you. This is the hat I'm getting. Ain't that cute? Isn't that gonna be cute? That's my little hat I got. I don't know, I'm kind of a sucker for like leopard print. Oh, I do read my posts. What are you talking about? I was just doing something. I get distracted, like, and you know, it's not the only thing I do. You know, it's like, especially when I'm painting, it's impossible for me to reach out to answer everyone because I'm focused on the painting, right? Duh. Otherwise, I wouldn't be really doing anything on my channel except sitting here and answering questions, and that's not the only thing I do. I get back to you as much as I can. Anyway, I don't have to answer. It's like I don't have to prove myself. Full Freddy with the fedora. Got to grow it out. Very frustrating, but patience is a virtue. I agree, John. I agree. It seems to grow out pretty fast at first, but then it plateaus a little bit for me. Yeah, I don't know. It took about a year to get from the buzz all the way down to there, you know? So maybe it just takes one more year for it to get past my collarbones, hopefully. The weather is rainy right over here. Okay, so I haven't really missed that many of you guys here. Hope you ignore all the brainless comments, and if doing this helps you, that's great. Keep doing whatever helps you. Thank you, R-Hub. It does. Yeah. Howdy, Matthias. Now, if I'm really obsessed about reading every single message, I'll stay behind the entire time because it keeps going, and oftentimes it goes faster than I'm able to read and answer and all that. You know, you try doing it. Dare you? But you'd be able to be like a superhero, keeping up with everyone. You know, like Spider-Man saving everyone. Oh, Pucky. I love this stuff. I keep saying I love this stuff. It's like this cooling balm that you apply to your eyes, around the eyes, and it feels so nice. Oh man, that coffee hit the spot. I've had 2 big cups of coffee. I think I'll leave it at that. Nice. You know, I hope that when I have a baby, or like when someday, like if I get pregnant someday, I hope that I hope I'm in the mood for exercise and all that, because I want to be like a Spartan, you know? I mean, I don't know if that makes your baby necessarily stronger or anything, but taking care of yourself is a good idea. I've heard yoga is a good idea when you're pregnant, but some of us, you just can't tell like what you're gonna be craving, what mood you're gonna be in. You know, I don't know. Like, I've never been pregnant before, so I have no idea how it's gonna affect me. No idea what my mood's gonna be like. So I can't prophesize, but like, ideally, I would like to be like Spartan. You know, I'd like to be exercising and being healthy, you know. You crave chili? That's funny. I doubt I'll crave chili. I've never really cared for chili. Even when I was a kid, I didn't like chili very much. Yeah, screw you, Robert. Yeah, I've got a mild form of dyslexia too. Absolutely. You know, it's impossible. I'm not a speed reader, if you will. I'm not a speed reader. I'm not good at speed reading. When I was in college, though, I conducted a method of, well, at first I would read it thoroughly, then I would speed read, and then I would highlight the parts that were important just so I could retain all the information efficiently, just really ingrain it. Because if a book is boring, I have a really hard time paying attention. Ooh, ribs are good. I like, I would say dim sum, like, and I like hot pot. I like Korean hot pot, and I like, the enchilada casserole that I make is really good. Yeah. Well, thank you, Jonathan. So, yeah, it's ridiculous when people think I look like a guy. It's just ridiculous because I don't. They're just jealous because I got bigger muscles than they do. And a stronger jawline than they do. They're just jealous, yo. Bitter, jealous men. Probably also misogynistic. Well, thank you, Patrick. Yeah, you know, it's like, it's hard to say what my favorite food is, though, because it depends on my mood, too, you know? Sometimes I'm not in the mood for a certain type of food, but yeah, it really depends on my mood, too. That's a big thing. I like tres leche cake, but oftentimes I don't really crave desserts and sugar-like things because I don't consume it that much. And when you don't consume much sugar, you stop craving it. You really do. In fact, you start to feel a little averse to it. Like you don't like it as much. Cheesesteak? Oh, I haven't had that in a long time. I don't know. That sounds good. Shando, you look like you're perturbed about something out there. Let me open that. Just a little bit to let the air in. Sup, dog? Hi. Hey, David. I really respect firemen and just fire women too. Fire people in general. Because man, they're really courageous. That's a courageous job. I don't think I could ever do that. Not only that, but I don't think I'm strong enough to pick someone up and carry them out of the house. I'd need help, and that's just, I don't know. At least I'm pretty self-aware. I know my limitations. Don't tell me what to do, Daniel. I was a pack-a-day smoker of cigarettes, okay? My lungs started hurting, so and I was having a really hard time quitting, so I started doing this, and it's actually helping. It's not hurting my lungs either. So, I don't know. I don't think it's as bad as smoking cigarettes, but I try to wean down. I don't have anything to prove to you. What, buddy? Going out? Goodness. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think it's like I don't think it's like sexist at all to say that. Like it's just that's just a fact. We're not physically we're not as physically strong, unless she's like a big, like, bodybuilder Amazonian. She could probably pick me up, right? But yeah, I would rather that big man, and not a small man either, right? I'd want not a man that's shorter than me and smaller than me, you know, but a big, I would want a big fireman to come in and save me. And I'm sure anyone would, whether they want to admit it or not. That's not sexist at all. And some people would scream that it is, but it's not. That's just, sorry, you're in denial. And if anything, you sound like you're ashamed of you know, of yourself, and you're in denial of the fact that there's nothing wrong with not being as physically capable physically. We're just as mentally capable as any man, right? But physically, we just don't have the muscle and upper body strength. We might have stronger legs though. Oh, oftentimes we might have women can have really strong legs, you know. But the average female just isn't as physically muscular as a guy. That's just a fact. That's just a fact of life. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I agree, Noon. I agree. But they can, but doesn't mean they are, right? Just like some women can get pretty darn buff, you know. I'm sure there are some women who could pick me up and carry me out with no effort. It's just that's not the average. That's not the average. Yeah. I think it just helps to have more people, you know, to help. You know, you just need more people who can be efficient working together, you know? It's important to be able to work as a team, for sure, definitely. You know, and I think it's important to have female police officers, just as, you know, it's very important, I think, because for one thing, patting down other women, I mean, women don't want men patting them down. Strangers, right? And like strange men patting them down, for one thing. And for another, like, women have very keen instincts, and I've seen it where like female police officers are right on point with their instinct and trying to solve a crime or whatever, you know. It's we have different strengths and weaknesses, and I think it's good for us to work together to utilize them. And I do think it's sexist for people to say that women can't be police officers, because women have certain strengths that men don't, that are very useful in that profession, that it doesn't necessarily always have to apply to physical strength. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are lots of things. Kind of reminds me of that, you know, that pregnant police officer in Fargo, that movie. Kind of like that lady. Anyone seen that movie Fargo with Steve Buscemi? It's such a good movie. And us women, we're damned resilient. We're really resilient. And we have a good pain tolerance, and I heard the women are better at enduring long-term pain, whereas with men it's kind of the other way around. Men are good at enduring just sudden pain, you know, like sudden hard pain, whereas women are really good at long-term pain. close my door now, baby. Have more water. Huh. Natasia Kinsey. I have no idea. Kinski. I have no idea who that is. Gina Davis. I know who she is. Isn't she from not Ghostbusters. That was Sigourney Weaver. Wait, Gina Davis. She was in, I'm trying to remember the movie. Oh yeah, The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. She's in that movie. I love that movie. Natasia Kinski. I have no idea who that is. I must see. It's funny. This says it's like winter mint. It does not even have a mint flavor to it. It's interesting. It doesn't taste like mint at all, which I appreciate because I don't really care for mint, to be honest. Let's see. Natasia Kinski. Okay, she's a German actress. Oh, yeah. You see, women have strong jawlines. Oh, she's that girl from my favorite movie, Paris, Texas. One of my favorite movies of all time. I love that movie, Paris, Texas, with Harry Dean Stanton. I was a heroin addict for 6 years. I think you need to get help. I think you need to go to outpatients, see a counselor, seek out people who are going to support you and hold you accountable. And I think it's important to get into different hobbies and better habits. I mean, it's hard to determine what's good for each individual in terms of recovery and what's going to help them, you know, because we all have different hobbies and preferences, but I'm sure you can find something. And I think it's important to seek connections who are going to lift you up and support you and not bring you down and not shame you. That's what I think. And I think you can do it. If I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Itch. What was I looking? Yeah, I didn't know she was that girl from Paris, Texas. And that's like my favorite movie. She's got a strong jawline. I can see that, like, looking like her when she was a little younger there. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. We got similar lips, kind of. She's got really cute teeth, too. I like those. I like a little bit of an overbite, you know? I think it's kind of cute. Kind of like that. Not like freaking Roger Rabbit or anything like that, but like that type of overbite I find real cute. Playing Dungeons and Dragons has kept some of my family and friends from relapsing with alcohol addiction. That's pretty cool. I used to play that with my childhood friend. I haven't played that in ages. My brother over there has a whole collection of Dungeons and Dragons dice. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I need some type of itch cream. Actually, Sublocade, I'm weaning down off the Suboxone, and once I get to a certain point, my provider is going to start suggest or putting me on the Sublocade, maybe. I'm gonna look into it though, a little more. Is it, you like it? Is it, I mean, does it help? Is it good? Are there any bad side effects or what? Mm. Oh, cool. That's cool. Yeah, it'd probably help me. I'll look into that for sure. Well, thank you. I think you need help. Wow. Some men are super insecure. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Got some weirdos and some cool cats. Mm. And who's judging? Just go slow and steady is the best way to wean off Suboxone. Oh, I know, buddy. I'm taking my doctor's recommendations too, you know, like, even though I already know how to do it. I know someone who tried going cold turkey. Someone who's, you know, who's close to my sister. And, they tried going cold, just full-blown cold turkey, and it was not good. It probably now has permanent has caused permanent damage to this person. And in terms of how it leaches the calcium from your bones and other things. So I'm like, yeah, I won't do that. I'm weaning down slowly but surely. Close the door, buddy. I'm weaning down slowly but surely. Yep. Because I tell you what, that would not be good. That would not be good. I don't need any more permanent damage. Thank you very much. But yeah, they used to have me on 3 8-milligram strips. Now I am down to 2, if not less, actually. Some days I take less. Get a load of this guy. Who? Yeah, well, guess what? I don't choose my man for money. I'm not that type of woman. Or person, I should say. Because men do that too. FYI. Yeah, fudge you, the real douche. I mean, seriously. Get rid of that guy. What a dick. Thank you, Jeffrey. Yeah, I'm here every day. You know, we paint, which, of course, the real douche would probably not approve of that either, since I'm not just over there. Forget about it. Oh, I'm not going to finish that sentence. What a creep. Exactly, Heather. You're probably referring to that guy, too, when you said, why judge if you're not going to help? Wow, the audacity. He comes here not knowing what the hell I do on my live streams. You know what I do? I don't have to prove anything, but I paint. I read the Bible. We talk about recovery from addiction. I encourage people in their recovery. I cook. All kinds of things, man. I give people like skincare recommendations even. Because people think I have really good skin. Look, no filter. See? Now here you have a little bit of a, you see like a little bump there, tiny little bump, hardly noticeable. Looks human. Okay, so look. I'll turn on the filter right now. No filter. No, okay, that's a filter. No filter. Filter? No filter. See? People think I'm using a filter. You know, people are just judgmental. People don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, reading the Bible provides a lot of peace for me too. I know God has been helping me in my recovery. Thank you, Rich. And yeah, it is just as prominent as his, isn't it? Is it really just as prominent as his? Let me see. John Travolta's chin. I mean, I don't see people with a mid-chin dimple very as much. They're usually like a little lower, you know, or not as deep. Let me see. Let me see what his chin looks like again. Last movie I saw with him was the movie Perfect with Jamie Lee Curtis. That was a good movie. That was a really good movie. Made me want to join a fitness club, actually. That looked so fun. Wow. Did he get surgery to get rid of it? What the hell? Dude. I mean, he has a beard there. Maybe that's why it kind of... But actually, even when you have... It's a very short beard, though. And even if you have a short beard like that, you can actually see it a little bit. What? Maybe he felt insecure about it or something. Yeah, dude, it looks like he got surgery to get rid of it a little bit. It does. You know, he did get surgery on it. But here's a picture of him when he was younger. Yeah, it's much deeper. I'll look that up and see if he got rid of it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's very similar to mine. He has a huge mouth, dude. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a human like the personification of a like a alligator or something. Look at him. Look at that big mouth, dude. He has a huge mouth. Look at that dimple though. Yeah, that's pretty similar to mine, I gotta say. Gotta say. But it looks like in his older photos, it's like not even there. And I can't tell if it's because that very short beard, if it's just covering it. I don't even think so. I think he did get rid of it because, oh yeah, dude. That looks like he, okay. Yeah, it's pretty similar. It's pretty, damn, it's pretty similar. Pretty similar. But my mouth isn't that big. He has a huge mouth. It's even bigger than Julia Roberts' mouth. Huge. Okay, oh, here's an older photo of it. Yeah, he got surgery on it, dude. Look at it. That's what it would look like now. It's like very subtle now. He got rid of it. See, I guess he got bullied or something, because, like, there's no other reason why you'd get rid of it unless you felt really insecure about it. He's the high priest of the Scientology Corporation. That doesn't even surprise me. Ew. 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 Man, that's sad. Yeah, sad. Someone would do that to themselves. I'm sure it's lucrative for him. They probably pay him a lot to you know. I heard that somewhere. I forgot all about it though. I must have got it mixed up with someone else because I didn't even, when I think about him, I did not associate him with Scientology. Now I do. He is a Scientologist, you. Scary shit. Scary shit. I swear, that's scary. I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. I'm a power and multiplying. Better shape up, 'cause I need a man, 'cause my heart is set on you. Stop. I think my favorite movie with him is Perfect, actually. That I've seen, at least. You guys have a favorite musical? Do you guys like musicals? Anyone like musicals? I thought Chicago was a really good musical, actually. And Grease is really good, too. I like Grease. The one with Christopher Walken. I saw it in the movie theaters with my dad, that movie. And John Travolta's actually in that one. He actually plays a woman. He plays Christopher Walken's wife in that movie. Yeah, right? Yeah, I like musicals. It's like kind of a guilty pleasure. I like that one, Chicago. Catherine Zeta-Jones was the best in that, I thought. I thought she was better than Renee Zellweger in that movie. She was actually pregnant in that movie. She was actually pregnant when she was, like, in that movie, like, especially towards the end. When she was doing all those dances and stuff. It was crazy. And I think she already had her baby when she won an award for it. when she gave her little speech. Hey, thank you. Just applying some of this good old hair serum. It smells so nice. He was pretty good as Christopher Walken's wife in that movie. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna do this every day. Is just whether it works or not. Oh, I don't want to start breaking out. It's an experiment. Got my hair serum on my face. Might be good for my face too. That's funny. You know, I think that when people say I look like a dude, it's because they're jealous, because I got more muscle definition than they do, and a stronger chin. Jealous. You're jealous. It's I don't know how effective these are, especially the at-home remedies, but it's and someone, I mean, my mom gave this to me. She didn't really use it, so she gave it to me, and so it's I'm gonna use it because it was free, and they're actually kind of expensive. I don't know how well they really work, but it feels good actually. It could work because it's like massaging my scalp, and if anything, that's gonna stimulate hair follicles. So I mean, it's like a little head massage. It feels good. It feels good. You know, even if the LED lights are pointless, it still feels nice. That's what you call looking on the bright side. So that my hair grows out nice, thick, and long? Yeah, because I'm taking care of my hair. Nothing wrong with that. Yep. Well, my hair does look better than it did when I was even a teenager. You know, when I was a teenager, and you know, it's funny because I wasn't, in the early 2000s, man, we were so rough on our skin and hair, weren't we? Like, that Mate Mousse crap. I wasn't one of those girls who did that, though. My sister did it. She was with, had the Oompa Loompa makeup and she was constantly straightening her hair and constantly, what do you call it? It's when you comb upwards to make it look more poofy, you know? She was doing that too, and that wasn't good for your hair. I saw girls bleaching their hair constantly then. You know, I never did any of that, fortunately. Because it can cause really real damage to your hair. But I still had pretty stringy hair back then. Yeah, I eat eggs almost every day, and that's good for your hair because it's got biotin. That could be one reason why my hair looks better than it used to. Just years of eating eggs. And not applying too much heat to my hair or anything like that. Yeah, my hair did get thicker, a little bit thicker, over the course of the past decade. And it was hard to tell before because I always had my hair short, you know? But I've been taking care of it more so than a lot of women don't realize just how bad it is to apply too much heat products to their hair and stuff. I mean, I understand like the temptation of wanting to have your hair perfectly straight, and you know, if we had a hair straightener, I'd probably do it, but it's like I'm always on the fence when I think about buying one of those things, because it's like, is it worth it? It might just make my hair will look really nice once it's grown out, you know, and I don't mind having a little bit of curl to it once it's all grown out. Yeah. I don't shampoo every day. I do not shampoo every day. I want to allow those natural oils. I think that's good for your hair. Heck, even my biology teacher told us that it wasn't good for your hair back in the day, and that may have stuck with me. But I shampoo my hair like once or twice a week. Once or twice a week. This is super relaxing though. So whether it helps or not, it's super relaxing. Oh, he was an awesome teacher, dude. We went on this biology/geology field trip. One of the teachers was a geologist, one was a biologist. We went to the Alvord Desert region, and one time we also went to the coastal area. I forget which coastal area exactly, but we went caving. It was pretty fun, dude. When we went on that trip, the coastal trip, I remember we got out of a cave and I felt a sharp pain right in my pelvis, like right. I might have the scar somewhere, right around here. Okay, right around here. There was a little tick burrowing its way into my pelvis, and my heart stopped for a moment, and I grabbed it and I pulled it out. Its head was cut off, so there might be a tick head stuck in there. Like, yeah, I pulled a tick out of myself, and I was like, shit, dude. If that thing got burrowed in, it could have laid eggs. It could have messed me up, dude. That could have given me a disease or something. I don't know what would have happened if I didn't notice that, dude. If that tick managed to burrow all the way in. Ooh, I didn't tell you guys about that. That happened on that trip. I was 20 years old. Dude, that was bad. That was bad. I could probably, I'm not gonna show you the scar, because let me see where it is. Yeah, it's a little too, well, yeah, I have the scar. I have the scar still. It's, yeah, lower pelvic region. Ugh. And you know what, yeah, it's inappropriate. I'm not gonna show it to you. But it's like, well, it's not like that. Come on. But it's like, you know, it's not something I don't have to prove to people who don't believe me there. Like someone said, oh, I don't believe you, you're making that up. I don't care, because it actually happened, you know? I don't have anything to prove to you. Ticks exist. Ticks happen, especially in those areas. It's kind of like a coastal rainforest, I think. Oh, you're talking, okay. You didn't mean me, okay. I thought you were telling me I was being inappropriate or something. Never mind. Yeah, I was surprised it was, you know, coming from you, actually. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. Good. Because I thought you were on my side. Yo, everyone keeps telling me I look like Sarah O'Connor. That's pretty. I mean, I take that as a compliment, just so you know. I think she's really pretty. It's, yeah, no one else here thinks I do, though. No one in my family, at least. You know, everyone outside my family thinks I look just like her. It's kind of crazy. And it's different people telling me I look like her. It's not the same person constantly saying it. It's like different people. I love grunge music. Hell yeah. I mean, I don't know that many grunge bands, but of course I know, like, you know, Nirvana, you know, I like that style. Isn't, like, Axl Rose, isn't he grunge, too? What else is grunge? Like, on a runaway train. I love that song. I forget the lyrics exactly, but I love that runaway train song. It's such a vibe. Reminds me of my childhood. Yeah, and you know what? I don't care, Peter. Not allowing people like that on my channel. You know, it's supposed to simulate hair follicles. Stimulate. I did not say simulate. I said stimulate. But yeah, it's supposed to. And, you know, since it was given to me for free, I'm gonna ensure that I make use of it. It's a nice head massage, if anything. Feels good. It's a good experiment. Why not, right? Why not try it? It's not like I bought it. It's not like I wasted my money on it. And that's one of those things I'd be very hesitant to buy because they're expensive and I have no idea how much they actually work. I'm always a little skeptical and you know, afraid of being scammed in that sense. You know, since we know that those things are super popular those days, all that laser laser LED treatment, you know, it's super popular. So when things get really popular like that, I become skeptical. I start to think that it's easy to get scammed. It's, hey Lacey, my mom gave it to me because I don't think she was using it, so she gave it to me. Oh, it was hard for her to use because she's in bed. She's paralyzed from the waist down. So there's certain things that she has a hard time using, like, you know, you gotta, like, you know, get up and sit up, and I can imagine that being strenuous for her. Yeah, I was kind of her to do that, yeah. I like the color maroon. I was addicted to heroin for 6 years. I've been clean as of February 28, 2023. Yeah, Soul Asylum. Yeah. Me too. And people like to twist the words of the Bible for sure. You know, I just posted on like Facebook, and I can't stand Facebook, by the way, but I posted, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. And someone took that to mean all kinds of things. It was just so dumb. It was so dumb. They started telling me that I'm like hateful, racist, all like homophobic, all kinds of things. You know, it's, wow, unbelievable. Actually, I don't know if they call me racist, but they definitely call me homophobe and stuff because of that. And I'm like, where'd you get that? It's about compassion and mercy, and not judging someone. You know, looking at yourself before you judge others. That's what it's about. It has nothing to do with any of that. I was appalled, actually. I was very appalled. But at the same time, I realized, hey, you know, I realize who I'm talking to, and one of these people is one of the most vain, narcissistic persons I've ever seen on Facebook. So screw them, frankly. Yeah, well, thank you, Danny. I know that. I don't, you know, they don't affect me in any way, really. It's just puzzling. It's a little puzzling, people, you know, that they'd come to that conclusion in the first place. You know, it's weird. It's just kind of weird. It's weird. Oh, good for you, Spartan. Been clean from dope for 13 years. Good for you. That is a big deal, and you should be proud of yourself, my friend. Oh, I don't talk about them all the time. That's something that just happened recently. And it was applicable to something that I responded to here. So, whatever. You know. And also, you know, I'm saying I don't... My point is that, like, people will say the damnedest things. So, it's kind of futile to argue with people like that because they really just want to catch you in the wrong, you know. They want to show everyone like what a bad person because they disagree with you about something, right? They disagree with me on some issue, so they're going to start making things up. They're going to start slandering me to prove a point, you know, to make me look bad. They want to make me look like the bad guy when when I've done nothing wrong. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And so, you know, it's a good reason for me to just ignore the trolls because they don't matter. They don't know me. I know, you know, it's good to stand your ground. There are people here trying to encourage people to use heroin because they know that I'm a recovery channel and they want to sabotage it. Well, they're not gonna be able to sabotage it. People are here with a purpose. I'm here with a purpose. And those people are very, very insecure and very small. Yeah, the world is very divided right now. And people certainly hate to admit that they're wrong about something. They'd rather just keep on slandering someone with the same debunked lies again and again and again. Is it just me, or do a lot of people seem disgustingly evil these days? Like they never had parents that said no, to be honest. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? That was predicted. God predicted that would happen. Jesus predicted that would happen. That, you know, Christians towards the end, when the end is coming near, Christians are going to become more and more and more persecuted. More and more people are going to convert to Christianity. You should look into the children of Medjugorje. That's some really trippy stuff. Some of that stuff that she predicted, that Our Lady predicted to those children in the 80s, are coming to fruition. And it's going to happen towards the end of those kids' lives. They're in their 50s and 60s now, I think. Let me look it up. Let me see. I'll read about that to you guys because it's very fascinating. Very, very fascinating stuff. Seems like it's neither here nor there. That song makes me cry. That song makes me cry. Okay. I think that song was written to bring awareness to kidnapped children, I think. Runaway Train. I wish I could play it for you guys. I should really get into that YouTube Music app. I haven't even touched it yet. Okay. Children of Medjugorje? Okay, Medjugorje. It's hard to spell that, but it's like Medjugorje. Okay. Yeah. So the children of Medjugorje refers to 6 young people. Ivanka. Oh, wow. I didn't know one of their names was Ivanka, actually. Mirjana, Vika, Ivan, Jakov, and Marija, who reported daily apparitions of the Virgin Mary, the Queen of Peace, in Bosnia Herzegovina, starting June 24, 1981. They conveyed messages urging peace, faith, conversion, prayer, and fasting. Let me see. Should look into that because there were predictions which are actually coming true. I'll be right back. listening to the rain. Look at my baby guys. Look at my precious one. You sleeping. You peacefully sleeping, baby boy. Baby. Ow. Can I have a kiss? Wow. Give me a kiss. Okay, I'm wearing lip tapped sticks. Let me kiss. You're good. You're good. Oh, you rest. Oh, you be buddy. You make yourself comfortable. Goodness, big chest. Big chest with a big heart. I know. Oh, baby. You have the hiccups? He has the hiccups. Look. Oh, my goodness. He has the hiccups. Oh, my goodness. You have the hiccups? He doesn't like it when I point the camera at him, actually. But he anytime he has the hiccups, it's super brief. It's like just a few. He's a bear dumpling. Yes, he is. Yeah, I have a lot of creepy dolls in here. That's for sure. It would work good for like a creepy movie. All the dolls come alive. No, no, that's not paganism. It's the Holy Trinity. It's one God in three persons. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Ghost. That's not paganism. Look it up. Ridiculous. Are we going to make any more false claims about Catholics like we worship Mary? Liars. People who say that are lying and they know it. They just insist on it to, again, slandering and making up things to try to make people look bad or prove a point. It doesn't mean, no, that's not what it is. It's no different than asking one of your friends to pray for you. It's no different. It's not worship. It's respect and honor, but it's not worship. Stupid. Low IQ. Low IQ. Okay, anyway. Anywho. Okay. I'm gonna read about the children of Medjugorje here. Get a little chilly now. It was June 24, 1981, the feast of John the Baptist, the proclaimer of the coming Messiah. In the evening, the Virgin Mary appeared to two young people, Mirjana, I can't read these names, Dragasivic, and Ivanka Ivankovic. The next day, four more young people, Marija Pavlovic, Jakov Kolo. This is why I had a hard time with Anton Chekhov, because it was impossible for me to remember all the names. Like, you know how they have all the, they list down all the characters. It's a play. He's a playwright, right? You're reading. It's kind of like, you know, Shakespeare or whatever. You're reading a play, an actual play, and it's got to remember all these characters' names, and they're all really long Russian names. Oh, if I were Russian, it wouldn't be so hard. Or from Russia, I mean. And Ivanka Ivankovic. The next day, four more young people, Marija Pavlovic, Jakov Kolo, Vika Ivankovic, and Ivan uh, Dragic, I forget it. I'll just say Ivan, saw the Virgin Mary, bringing the total to 6 Medjugorje visionaries. These visionaries are not related to one another. 3 of the 6 visionaries no longer see Our Lady on a daily basis. 3 of the 6 visionaries no longer see Our Lady on a daily basis. Also, there are lots of things that Our Lady told them not to disclose. As of July 2009, the Virgin is still appearing every day to the remaining 3 visionaries. That's well over 12,820 apparitions. Our Lady specifically chose these 6 youth, whose ages ranged from 10-year-old Jakov to 17-year-old Vika when Our Lady first appeared. The visionaries of Medjugorje carry a significant burden. They have been blessed with visions from God, yet these visions show them a painful future for the world. No one asked these young people if they wanted these apparitions, but they accepted them, and with them came responsibility and suffering. Many people, including the visionaries themselves, have wondered why Our Lady chose them particularly for these apparitions. The visionaries asked Our Lady about this on one occasion. Ivanka relayed Our Lady's response. She said it's not always necessary to look for the best. Other visionaries have said that it was simply God's will, or that God allowed Our Lady to choose whom she wanted, and she chose these 6. Another amazing aspect related to these 6 visionaries is their names. The names Marija and Marjana, maybe it's Mariana, both mean Mary. I should watch a YouTube video on this so I know how to pronounce their names. They both mean Mary, huh? Both those names mean Mary, which is the Blessed Mother's name. Ivanka and Ivan mean John. Our Lady first appeared on June 24, 1981, which is the feast of John the Baptist. Interesting. His message was one of repentance and a declaration that the kingdom of heaven was at hand. John the Baptist prepared the way for the coming of the Messiah. Vika's name means life, or Vika. Vika's name means life, like Vita. Our Lady has revealed to Vika her life story, which Vika is to make public when Our Lady tells her to do so. Finally, Jakov's name means James. The parish church of Medjugorje is St. James Parish. Clearly, this is no coincidence, but rather something ordained by God. Our Lady also revealed herself to a young girl named Jelena Vasilj. I don't think I'm saying that right. Who is not part of the group of the original 6 visionaries, but Jelena sees Our Lady in a different manner than the visionaries. The messages Jelena received differ from those the visionaries receive, but they are nonetheless an important part of Our Lady's coming in Medjugorje. Okay. Wait. Click on the individual buttons below to learn more about each visionary's individual relationship with Our Lady and their particular role in her plans for Medjugorje. Let's see. Quote, if you were able to see just once the tears on Our Lady's face because of unbelievers, I am certain that you would pray from the bottom of your heart, Marjana. Mirjana was 16 years old at the time the apparitions began, born in 1965. Her home was in Sarajevo, where she lived with her parents, but she would spend her summers in Medjugorje visiting her grandparents who were from there. It was she, along with Ivanka Ivankovic, that's the only name I can really pronounce, I think, on June 24, 1981, who first saw Our Lady. In September 1981, several of the visionaries left Medjugorje because of school, though they still returned to the village frequently. Mirjana, with an above-average intelligence, pursued a college degree in Sarajevo and became the only visionary to complete such an education. However, it was when she fully decided on this course to take in her life that However, it was when she fully decided on this course to take in her life that her daily apparitions ceased. She relayed that had she not chosen college, Our Lady perhaps would have still continued to appear to her daily. Interesting. In an interview with Father Tomislav Vlasic, on January 10th, 1983, Mirjana said, I asked her, Our Lady, why she would no longer appear to me after such a long time, and she explained that because I had decided to continue my schooling, I must learn to live my life without her direct help and advice. She told me that I'm no different from any other young person, any other girl, and that I must live accordingly. Mirjana was referring to the meeting of December 24, 1982, when Our Lady announced to her that the following day would be her last apparition, though she would see Our Lady on her birthday each year on March 18 until her death. Mirjana was devastated to receive not only this news, but it was in this apparition that she was given the 10th and last secret. Our Lady encouraged her to be courageous and assured her that whenever she was in crisis, Our Lady would come to her. And, quote, now you will have to return to God in the faith like any other person. I will appear to you on the day of your birthday and when you will experience difficulties in life, Mirjana. Mirjana, I have chosen you. I have confided in you everything that is essential. I have also shown you many terrible things. You must now bear it all with courage. Think of me and think of the tears I must shed for that. You must remain courageous. You have quickly grasped the messages. You must also understand now that I have to go away. Be courageous. Mirjana went into a deep depression, but in time gradually learned to accept and live her life without the consolation of seeing Our Lady every day. It was to Mirjana that Our Lady first entrusted all 10 secrets, some of which involved chastisements for the world. She was told to choose a priest to whom, when the time came, she would confide the secrets. It is up to the priest to make the secrets public, Mirjana was so afraid that she would not be able to remember all the dates and times that were contained in the secrets, and so Our Lady gave her a parchment-type material upon which all the secrets were written. Only Mirjana is able to read what is written there. A priest friend once questioned Mirjana as to why Our Lady would afford her the grace to appear to her when she was in trouble or crisis, when all other people must go through difficulties without such a grace. Mirjana replied, Father, I am not speaking of the ordinary problems of my life. My difficult moments stem from the secrets concerning the future of the world, which Our Lady revealed to me. At times I can hardly cope with it when I seriously think of it. In those moments, Our Lady appears and gives me strength and courage to go on with my life. Shortly after the ending of her daily apparitions, Mirjana began to experience Our Lady in her prayers in a very different way. She began hearing and seeing Our Lady interiorly. Through these interior locutions, I think it's locations, it's typo, I think, maybe. Locutions? I don't know. Our Lady would have Mirjana pray with her for non-believers. It is to Mirjana that Our Lady entrusted all non-believers in her prayer, as well as the responsibility to reveal at the chosen time the 10 secrets. Our Lady taught a prayer to Mirjana, as well as to Vika, to be prayed for non-believers. Our Lady defined a non-believer as someone who has yet to know or experience the love of God. Mirjana and Vika are the only two visionaries who are given knowledge of the secret prayer. When Our Lady gives permission for these prayers to be released, we as believers will also have the grace to learn and pray them. Mirjana said that this prayer is something like the rosary, meaning that there are beads that one holds in their hand and follow with their fingers. It is a gift from heaven that will release a great outpouring of mercy upon non-believers around the world. Mirjana already prays this prayer with Our Lady in their visits together. On August 2nd, 1987, the interior locutions, I guess it is locutions, I don't know, I guess, I'll have to look up that word, turned into apparitions on the 2nd of every month. These apparitions were private and not known until Mirjana announced that Our Lady wanted these apparitions to be made public. February 2nd, 1997 was Mirjana's first public apparition, and since this time, every month on the 2nd, several thousand pilgrims gather with Mirjana to be with Our Lady and to pray for non-believers. Anyone who is in Medjugorje on the 2nd of the month can be present with Our Lady in the apparitions, which are currently held at the Blue Cross on the base of Apparition Hill. To see Mirjana's face during the apparitions is to bring to reality the times in which we live, the seriousness of these apparitions, and the tremendous burden that rests upon this one woman's shoulders. In fact, it truly is the weight of a sinful and unbelieving world. Mirjana is now married with 2 daughters. She married Marko Soldo, nephew of Father Slavko Barbarek, on September 16, 1989, whom she had known since childhood. Okay, interesting stuff. How about Ivanka? Quote, she, Our Lady, has come here to Medjugorje to call people on her to her son Jesus, to his ways for the last time. Ivanka. Ivanka Ivankovic Eliz is the youngest of the girl visionaries. Born on June 21st, 1966, she was 15 years old when the apparitions began. Her father was away working in Germany. Ivanka's mother had died in May 1981, a month before the apparitions began. On June 24, Ivanka was the first to see Our Lady. She was also the first to speak to her, which happened on the following day when Ivanka asked about her mother, for whom she was still greatly grieving. Our Lady responded by saying, "She is happy, she is with me." Ivanka was described as pretty, with a serene but shy countenance. She was the second visionary after Mirjana to receive her 10th secret, signifying the end of her daily apparitions. On May 6, 1985, Ivanka remained in ecstasy, while the apparition of the other 3 visionaries with her ended sooner. They were astounded to see Ivanka's expression, realizing she was still seeing Our Lady. None of the visionaries had ever seen each other in ecstasy before. They watched in wonder, with all those present, until Ivanka's eyes drifted upward, signifying the end of her apparition. They all learned afterwards, much to Ivanka's grief, that the next day would be Our Lady's last daily meeting with her. On May 7, 1985, Our Lady appeared with 2 angels in Ivanka's home. On that day, Our Lady told Ivanka that no one in the world has had the grace which you, your brothers and sisters, have received, meaning the 6 visionaries. In this last apparition, Our Lady asked Ivanka if she had a wish. Ivanka replied she would like to see her mother.
This has been a request Our Lady has fulfilled for Ivanka on 4 separate occasions over the years. When Ivanka describes her favorite of these special visits, tears spring to her eyes as she remembers the joy of that moment. The third time was so happy. I had completed a difficult assignment for the Blessed Mother. As a reward, she brought my mother to me. I had seen her 2 other times, but the third time, she came over to me and embraced me and said, "Dearest Ivanka, I'm so proud of you." Other descriptions of Ivanka described her as superficial, like a typical teenager, but more so than the other visionaries. Many years later, Ivanka herself admitted to having thought a great deal about fashion. Before the Blessed Mother began to appear to me, I thought of it often. As my prayer life grew, following fashion became boring. Our Lady confirmed that Ivanka had matured in the spiritual life and that she was pleased by her efforts. Our Lady spoke these words to Ivanka the day of her final daily apparition, May 7, 1985, with, quote, "With all your heart you have accepted the plans which my son and I formulated, and you have accomplished everything." As she did with Mirjana and Jakov, Our Lady gave Ivanka a gift that would help to sustain her in this life after her daily apparitions ceased. She would be able to see Our Lady once a year on the anniversary of the apparitions, June 25th, for the rest of her life. Ivanka married Reiko Eliz on December 28, 1986, the Feast of the Holy Family. She was the first visionary to marry. There were many who expected all the visionaries to enter the religious life, and yet Our Lady had made it very clear to all of them that they had freedom in deciding their vocations. Now that all the visionaries have married, it would appear that the world is in need of witnesses to Holy Family life. Today, Reiko and Ivanka have 3 children. Okay. And there's 6 children, and it tells all their stories here.
It's fascinating stuff.
I want to keep reading, actually. Let's see here. That was Ivanka, Mirjana, Ivanka, now Vika. Vika, quote, Our Lady said, "Unfortunately, there are many, many people who believe when life on earth is over, and then everything is over. This is the greatest mistake. We are just passengers on earth." Vika. Vika was born on September 3rd, 1964, in Medjugorje. She was 16 years old when the apparitions began, making her the oldest visionary. She is one of 8 children in her family and is described as strong-willed, full of energy, courageous, outspoken, and fearless. Most know Vika from the beautiful smile that continuously spreads across her face for the pilgrims who come to listen to her speak. She is always cheerful and joyful and is the most expressive in the apparitions, which has made her the most interesting visionary to watch. Vika unceasingly wears a smile that tells of her joy in serving Our Lady. In September 1981, several of the visionaries left Medjugorje to, and here, I should have shown you the faces of the other ones too. I will in just a moment, but this is Vika right here. Right, oops. Right there, that's Vika. That's Vika. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Vika unceasingly wears a smile that tells of her joy in serving Our Lady. In September 1981, several of the visionaries left Medjugorje to attend various schools. This too was Vika's plan, but Our Lady said it was not good for all to leave. Our Lady asked Vika to stay at home and look after young Jakov, who was still attending primary school. Vika readily agreed, and her daily life then became that of a peasant woman who worked regularly in the fields. She discovered, however, that her time would become more and more taken up with the tens of thousands of pilgrims who were pouring into Medjugorje week after week as people from around the world began discovering the reported events taking place in the village. Oftentimes, pilgrims showed up at her house as early as 6 a.m., and as they left, new ones arrived. Sometimes there would not be even time enough to stop and eat, and yet her patience and smile were constant and steadfast. With the other visionaries often gone and Jakov too young for such a responsibility, Vika took upon herself the burden of being Our Lady's witness to the multitudes who came looking to understand the truth behind the events of the apparitions. Our Lady, on a surprise visit, took Vika and Jakov with her to visit heaven, purgatory, and hell. Wow. Let me read that again. Our Lady, on a surprise visit, took Vika and Jakov with her to visit heaven, purgatory, and hell. Vika was moved to great compassion for the souls in purgatory. Vika asked Our Lady if there was something she could do to help them, if she could offer herself for their expiation. Our Lady accepted her offer when she was certain Vika understood the seriousness of what she was asking. Shortly afterwards, a mysterious illness afflicted Vika, causing her to suffer from extremely painful headaches and high fevers that were so severe she would often fall into comas. Often during these episodes, she was semi-conscious and obviously suffering, though she always would awaken a few minutes before Our Lady's apparition each evening and appear smiling and happy. At one point, her mother begged Vika to ask Our Lady to cure her, but Vika responded that if her mother knew how much good her suffering was doing for the poor souls, she would not ask this of her. In January 1988, Our Lady told Vika her suffering would soon come to an end, giving her the exact date her illness would disappear, though she was to tell the date to no one, with the exception of her confessor. The commission investigating the apparitions was given the commission investigating the apparitions was given the date in a sealed envelope. On September 25th, 1988, the headaches and symptoms disappeared, never to return. Members of the commission, upon opening the envelope, discovered the same date therein. Through these years of carrying this cross, Our Lady brought Vika through the school of suffering and education that has helped countless individuals learn how to accept suffering with joy. She became a witness not only for all those who carry the cross of physical illness or handicaps, but for all people who carry a cross, whatever shape or form it may come in. Our Lady has often asked Vika to offer up other sufferings as well, the most difficult being to give up her daily apparitions for extended periods of time. This has been asked of Vika on several occasions over the years. She suffers these times of not seeing Our Lady for specific intentions that Our Lady has asked of her. Vika is also the visionary to whom Our Lady chose to reveal her life story. Though all the visionaries were given glimpses of Our Lady's life on earth, it was given for them only, not to be shared. But to Vika, Our Lady instructed her to keep a careful record of these special dictations, given from January 7, 1982 to April 10, 1985. She is not allowed to show anyone the notebooks that contain Our Lady's life story until she receives from Our Lady the date upon which they can be released. After 20 years of devoted service to Medjugorje pilgrims, Vika married on January 26, 2002 at the age of 37. She and her husband and 2 children now live in Gruda, a small village a few miles north of Medjugorje. Vika's life is more private now, though she still makes herself available to pilgrims from time to time. She continues to see Our Lady every day in the apparitions, has received 9 secrets, and awaits the 10th has received 9 secrets and awaits the 10th along with Marija and Ivan. She no doubt continues to suffer for the plans of Our Lady to be fulfilled, though we will never know for certain, as that smile will always hide the cross that she carries. Wow. Now Marija. Here's Marija. I'll show you the other 2 that I read about at first, but here's Marija. Marija. Wow. I couldn't care less if people don't believe me, dude. I couldn't care less. You know, people refuse to believe the truth. It's okay. To experience the beauty of Our Lady's love. Okay, so, quote, to experience the beauty of Our Lady's love and to know that it is that love which gives itself to you is the most beautiful thing in life. Marija. Marija comes from a family of 8 with 3 brothers and 2 sisters. She grew up at the foot of Apparition Mountain, just down the road from Vika's house. She was born on April 1st, 1965, and was 16 when the apparitions began. Marija is described in all the books of Medjugorje as deeply spiritual, prayerful, meek, sensitive, and humble. Rarely do you read of the wonderful sense of humor Marija possessed, or her radiant joy, or her ability to make total strangers feel as though they were our really long-lost friends. These attributes are just as much a part of Marija's character as the prayerfulness and serenity that have always been told about her. She looks like a very nice person. They all do. On March 1st, 1984, I need some water. One sec. Oh, it's over there. One sec. I'm gonna go get my water. That would behoove me. Drink some water right now. Uh-oh. Looks like we're running out of battery. Let me go get my, my little portal. One second. See if any of these work here. Hopefully. I think I have one of these charged enough. Hopefully. Cool. I'll use this one first. All right. In fact, I should... One second. Let's charge up. In the meantime... I'm going to come out the light here. Yeah. Oops. No, we don't want that. There we go. Okay. Okay. Very bright in my eyes there. Okay. Excuse me. On March 1st, 1984, Our Lady began giving every Thursday evening a weekly message for the parish of Medjugorje. It was Marija through whom Our Lady entrusted these messages for the parish. Through these messages, Our Lady desired to spiritually form the parish because of the special role it would play in helping to bring conversion to all the people who would come to Medjugorje from all over the world. Eventually, this weekly message evolved into the monthly message for the world, given on the 25th of each month. It was January 25th, 1987, when the first monthly message was given from Our Lady. Marija is the only visionary who receives the 25th message. It stays within her memory only until she writes it down. After it is written, she no longer can repeat the message word for word. Interesting. Marija has said that Satan causes great confusion in her life on the 25th of each month. He strikes back at the one who delivers Our Lady's healing words to a sick world. This gives evidence that Our Lady's words each month are causing havoc to Satan's evil designs for the world. As Our Lady began to initiate the parish of Medjugorje into an intense spiritual life through the young visionaries, Medjugorje began to feel the pull to the religious life. She, with Yvonne, under the direction of Our Lady, began a prayer group of young people, and through the years Our Lady led them towards a profound love of Jesus and the Holy Mass. It was the decision of Medjugorje to enter a religious order, but as she began to look at possible orders to join, she began to realize that to accept the rule of the orders meant she would lose the freedom to openly witness to the apparitions and spread Our Lady's messages. In her heart, there was no question of what her responsibility was in regards to being a chosen witness of the apparitions of Medjugorje. She could not join a religious order if it meant having to... That light's bothering me. I'm wasn't even noticing that that's what's actually making it so I can't read. Okay. In her heart, there was no question of what her responsibility was in regards to being a chosen witness of the apparitions in Medjugorje. She could not join a religious order if it meant having to stop spreading the messages of Our Lady. Also, as Our Lady's plan became clearer to the visionaries, they began to understand that vocations to the religious life were best filled by those who were raised in holy families. With holy families, there will never be a lack of good and plentiful vocations. Our Lady also spoke in her messages about returning to the beginnings, or the foundations. John Paul II said that if a religious order is languishing and needs to be restored, the members should return to the order's founding. All vocations materialize from the family, which is the foundation. Good, solid families birth good, solid vocations. The crisis of so many wrecked vocations can generally be traced back to disordered and dysfunctional family life or no family life at all. Interesting. With Our Lady's guidance, it was at that point that Medjugorje became open to marriage for the first time. She eventually did marry a young man from Milano, Italy, who had been a good friend of hers for approximately 5 years. I sure hope that's how I end up. Friends, really good friends, sincerely with someone before I started doing that. Because, it seems more sincere to me. And, stable. Their wedding took place on September 8, 1993. They live in Monza, Italy, but are often in Medjugorje, especially during the summer months. Paolo and Medjugorje have 4 young sons, all whom were given Medjugorje as their middle name. Michael Medjugorje, actually I don't think I'm spelling it right, Mitchell Medjugorje, Francisco Medjugorje, Marco Medjugorje, and Giovanni Medjugorje. It is interesting that Medjugorje ended up marrying an Italian man, as one of the more incredible gifts Our Lady gave to her early in the apparitions was, in an instant, the ability to understand and fluently speak native Italian. Fascinating. She received it in an apparition on her birthday. Wow. Medjugorje entered the apparition without being able to speak fluent Italian. Our Lady gave her the gift of the language, and Medjugorje left the apparition speaking it better than one who has studied to learn to speak it as a language. It is like a native language for her. Wow, that's fascinating. Another great grace Our Lady has bestowed upon the world through Medjugorje is the special blessing. It is a blessing of conversion that, once we receive it, helps to lead us towards conversion our entire life. Our Lady once said that conversion is a process that ends only after we die. The gift of this blessing is that we can pass the blessing on to others, and it will help them in the same way it helps those who have already received it. No other visionary was given knowledge of the special blessing. Only Marija has details concerning it, just as Marija and Vika were given the special prayers for non believers. The special blessing helps Our Lady reach hearts that in many ways are unreachable, but through an act of love from one of her children who is moved to bestow her blessing upon them, it is enough to open a heart to grace. Marija, in an interview with a friend of Medjugorje on July 20th, 2008, said Our Lady wants the special blessing to be used. She wants it to change our mentality that we, as laity, should understand we are to bless others. She wants us to do this through her special blessing. Of all Marija's gifts, one who is close to her believes the gift that Our Lady has given her above all others is the gift of love. Our Lady has given her love specifically 5 different times in known messages as of July 2009, and 3 of these 5 times have occurred at Caritas in Alabama. The first time Our Lady gave her love at Caritas was in the bedroom of apparitions before the community began. During the apparition, the host family and those present felt love intensely. After the apparition, Marija relayed Our Lady's message. Quote, "Dear children, I give you my love, so you give it to others." 1988, December 3rd. Marija's voice was beautiful, gentle, full of love and intensity when she talked about the apparition just after Our Lady left. This is quote. All felt Our Lady's presence and sensed that she was happy in a special way. Those gathered really felt Our Lady gave them her love. Love filled the room so much that one witness said he felt as though love permeated even the walls of the bedroom. Fascinating. The other two times also were in the bedroom, in which Our Lady gave a message saying she was giving her love. Marija seems to be an extension of Our Lady's love into the world. Marija gave insight to this when Father Slavko asked her to choose the most beautiful and the most difficult of all the messages. She told him that once she had asked Our Lady if she had something concrete to give her. I'm going to start that sentence over. She told him that once she had asked Our Lady if she had something concrete to give her. Okay. Our Lady answered, "Yes, I give you my love, so that you give it to others." Marija then said to Father Slavko, to experience the beauty of Our Lady's love and to know that it is that love which gives itself to you is the most beautiful thing in life. But when I try to love others and try to give that love to them, then that is difficult, and I often feel shame for my insufficiencies to love in the light of Our Lady's all-encompassing motherly love. He asked her, then what can be done? Marija responded, "I pray every day that I may be all the more open to this love of Our Lady, and that I may be able to pass it on to every person, and I pray for others that they may be able to feel this love and in turn give it to others. We are so far from loving one another, and this is a sign that we are also far from God's love. And the closer we are to God's love, the easier we will be able to live that love and bear witness to others." Okay. That was Marija. Now Yvonne. Yeah, I might continue this later because it's fascinating. It's fascinating stuff. Oh, I'm reading about the children of Medjugorje. Our Lady disclosed to them predictions and secrets of like these signs that are to occur to unravel themselves, if you will, right before the end of the world. And it's just fascinating stuff. Some of those messages have been disclosed. They're supposed to report it to a priest, and that priest has a choice as to whether or not they're going to disclose those messages. And one of those messages is that a bunch of people are going to convert to the Christian faith towards the end, and that's happening right now. And it's going to happen towards the ends of their lives. And those guys are in their six. Let me see how old these guys are. They're like in their early 60s, late 50s. Let me see. Let me see how old these guys are now. Because once they start hitting their 70s, 80s, you better watch out. I bet it makes me think that the end of the world's probably going to happen in my lifetime. Of course, none of us know when it's going to happen. None of us knows the date. But if I had to guess, it's going to happen in either my lifetime or my children's lifetime. Let me see. Let's see. Oops. Medjugorje. It's hard to spell. Ages? I'll look up their ages. Okay, well, it's telling me what their ages were then. So they're born in the late 60s. So yeah, they gotta be in their late 50s, early 60s. Okay, born 1965, yeah. Yeah. So the oldest of them, let's see, 1964. I mean, most of them are all around the same age, just younger and or older by a few months. Some of them. Let's see. Yeah, the oldest of them is 62 years old. So yeah, that's some trippy stuff. Oh hell yeah, I would, Heather. I'll be right back.
Hoo-ah. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Wow, there are some creeps. Weirdo. Ugh. Oh. And people are fucking weird. Weird. Ugh. Cringe. Makes me cringe. Some people just make me cringe so bad internally. Ugh. And externally. Ugh. Gross. Disgusting. Yeah, some people, yeah, everyone thinks I look like Sarah Connor, I know. I think you mean Sarah Connor, not Lisa Connor. Because people keep saying I look like Sarah Connor. That's funny. Oh, you're most welcome, Oscar. I'll continue that. There's two or three more children I need to read about. It's a very interesting story. True story. True story. Hello, Heather. It's good to see ya. Good to see y'alls. You know what? I'm have enough of this creepiness. I deleted Juniper because they're very creepy to me. I think that's really creepy stuff. Oh, Sarah Connor is that girl from the Terminator. People keep saying I look like her here. It's kind of funny because no one here thinks I do. Not no one in my family. I mean, people in my family don't think I look like her, but everyone here thinks I do. Yeah, I should not pay any heed to the trolls, but I don't want to have to look about and think about their the creepier comments, you know. So I just get rid of it. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Gotta work it. I can see that. I can see that actually. Especially when I move around, you know. It's like kind of in the movement. Thank you. That's right. I am the one. I'm Neo. I am Neo. I'm gonna start dodging bullets. Destiny. Yeah, I do. To an extent, I guess. I don't think we can actually determine our destiny because I think that's in God's hands. But we do have our own free will. We have a choice to make or break it. Aw, baby. Yeah, it's raining out there. It's cold and rainy. What you doing, buddy? You don't like that rain, kiddo.
You don't like it at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep, everything's in God's hands. $5'3". That's almost, you know, that's just slightly below the average American woman's height. So it's not that short. I mean, I'm 5'7". So yeah, I mean, you're shorter than me, but I'm tall for an American woman. If I were in Holland, I would be the average, though. It really depends on where you live. If you were like in the Scandinavian country, you might be considered shorter, whereas I would be considered average. But here in America, I'm considered a relatively tall girl, and you'd be considered almost average. Uh, oh yeah. So got. Oh yeah, you know what, guys? I have. What day is it? It's Monday. Almost forgot. I'm so glad I just remembered. I have my therapy appointment at 2:00. So we're gonna end this at like 1:50, 1:45. We'll end this at 1:45, okay? So in about 15 minutes or so we'll end this. Whew, I'm glad I remembered. Because I just remembered. Just now, remember that I have that. 2:00. So I'm going to end this at 1:45. So I have 15 minutes to, you know, kind of decompress right before I do that. I don't want to go right from talk, and then go over there and talk, you know. Thank you, Boomer Sooner. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. My birthday is on the 26th, so it's in 3 days. 3 days, I'll be 35. Well, thank you, Heather. Appreciate it. Thank you, Alan. I heard Red Bull isn't really good for you, but it gives you wings. I wish it would actually give me wings. What a ripoff. Thank you, Heather. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. How can a clam cram into the clean cream can? Wow. You might just be the next Dr. Seuss. Red Bull is bad for your arteries and your heart. Yeah, I just drink black coffee. Like a couple cups of black coffee. I don't know, but I appreciate it. That's just the same. Thank you. Much appreciated. Well, I mean, it really depends on where you live in the USA, honestly, because I think people are weird about owning guns in places like Oregon, Portland, Oregon, you know. Maybe in the more rural parts, it's not as, like, taboo. But it seems kind of taboo to be gun-toting over here, whereas, like, Texas, you know, you're able to own a gun without shame. Seems like people are weird about owning guns here, like they think we don't have the Second Amendment. They don't want us to have the Second Amendment over here. It seems like that. Oh, you know, actually, my dad just went grocery shopping, so I don't have to.
But I'm, you know, once the rain stops, you know, because I'm not gonna carry all those groceries in the rain. Shando doesn't like the rain, you know. Once the rain stops, I might go get a few things that I want to get. I want to get some sweet potatoes so I can make some more of that sweet potato pie. Sweet potato casserole. It's called casserole, but it tastes just like pumpkin pie. Yeah, I'll cook, but not right this moment. That was a big ass breakfast I had. Pretty high in protein and stuff, you know. I'm pretty good right now. Thank you, Tricky Ricky. Absolutely, I do. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you, Heather. Hello. Yeah, man, with the garnet yams, so good. Look up Pioneer Woman's recipe. I'm not sponsoring her, but I mean, you can look up her recipes for free online. She has this really good, just look it up, sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows and pecans. So good. It's the best. My brother loves that stuff. Like, everyone loves that stuff so much, they eat it all up in like a couple days. It's so good. And I make a big casserole. It could be gone in one day. Sweet potatoes are really, really healthy too. And honestly, with that recipe, I recommend that you just add a little less sugar because the sweet potatoes are pretty sweet by themselves. Yeah, I'd even consider adding less than half the sugar because I think it's better that way. I mean, they're already pretty sweet by themselves, and the recipe calls for like a third cup of brown sugar or more than that, maybe. I think it's better without the brown sugar. Well, with brown sugar, but a little, not as much. And it has this pumpkin pie consistency. It is better when it's cold as well. It's so good. No, I don't have a twin, but I have a sister who's just 1 year younger than me. Sweet potato fries are so good. I haven't had those in ages. Yeah. Maybe I'll make some of that sweet potato casserole on my birthday, actually. That sounds so good. And I also want to make tres leche cake, but sweet potato casserole just sounds easier. I'm recovering from heroin, Eric. I was a heroin addict for 6 years. I've been clean for almost 3. Within 5 days, I'll be 3 years clean. All right. Be right back. Well, I'm gonna close my door for a minute. We're gonna let the cat in here. And it's too much of a ruckus. Thank you, Deepak. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. That's all I have to say to that guy. No right to judge me. You don't know what I've been through. And I don't have to even tell you. I don't have to prove anything to you. So screw you. My chair is not leather. It's like one of those hard classroom chairs. I don't know where I even got this. I've had it forever. It's like metal that's coated in some type of enamel. Thank you, Danny. Exactly, Rich McZiggy, exactly. When I'm playing video games for a long time, it sure does. I'm fine now, though. Yeah, I use one of my pillows every now and then. Okay, take care, Deepak. You have a good one, okay? See you tomorrow. Unless I'm here again tonight. We'll see. But yeah, you guys know I have my appointment in a few minutes, like 20 minutes. So in 5 minutes, I'm gonna end the live stream, okay? In fact, I mean, I did do a lot of reading, but let's read one Bible verse before we leave here, this live stream. And I hope that I can create another live stream later. We'll play it by ear. I might be, well, we'll see. We'll see, guys. It might be a good idea, actually. We'll see if I continue that painting with you guys tonight, but I might work on that other commission that I have, actually, since I have some energy today. It's a good idea, actually, because I was commissioned for that, got paid for it, and I need to work on it. I want to make sure that I work on that while I'm feeling my best. So, let's see. How about... Thank you. Yes, it is raining. You hear that? Sounds cold out there. Oh, baby. Look at my baby boy. Baby. Little prince. Whoopsie daisy. Look at him. He's just a baby. Look at him. This chest. Look at that big chest. Big chest. Big trunk. Chest. Teddy bears. Teddy bears. Wow. Look at that gentle smile. He's looking at me with so much love in his eyes. I love you too, buddy. I love you too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, I love you. I love you with all my heart. You're just an innocent little baby. He's being so meek now. He's being all bunched up in the jowls. Wow. Well, yes, you rest your paws. He's shy. He doesn't like the camera pointing at him very much. Okay, I won't do that, baby boy. I won't do that right this moment. He's a good boy. Shando's a good boy. He's a dozing dog. He's a drowsy dog, especially in the wintry rain. He's not a big fan of rain. In fact, he's probably pouting because he hears that rain out there. He's always super hesitant to go out there to even go potty when it's like that. Oh, dachshunds are amazing. They're very smart. They're like one of the smarter small dogs, I think. Aw. Well, I'm flattered, Icy. I'm flattered. Maybe you just have good taste. I do have my therapy appointment, guys, but I'll be back again, okay? I'll be back again. I'm gonna need a little rest after my appointment too, though. So, yeah, it ends at like 3 o'clock. So maybe a couple hours I'll rest, and then I'll start again, 2 to 3 hours. So I would say between the hours of 5:30 and 6, so I'll start another live stream, okay? Count on it. Okay, so we do have 15 minutes, so I'll read one. Ooh, here's one. Psalms, chapter 51, verse 10. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and put a new and right spirit within me. I love that. I'll find another one of the highlighted ones that I really like. Therefore, this is Mark chapter 11, verse 24. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you receive it and you will. And whenever you stand praying, forgive if you have anything against anyone, so that your Father also, who is in heaven, may forgive you your trespasses. And here's another one, Mark chapter 12, verse 20. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. The second is this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these. Food for thought. And here's Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 11. Then I considered all that my hands had done, and the toil I had spent in doing it, and behold, all was vanity and striving after wind, and there was nothing to be gained under the sun. Okay, here's Matthew. A few more, okay? I have to. Matthew chapter 6, verse 34. Therefore, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Let the day's own trouble be sufficient for the day. I love that. As someone who really struggles with anxiety, I love that. Chapter 7, verse 3. Why do you see the speck that is in your brother's eye, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when there is a log in your own eye? You hypocrite! First take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye. Do not give dogs what is holy, and do not throw your pearls before swine, lest they trample them underfoot and turn to attack you. And this is chapter 7, verse 13. Enter by the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the way is easy that leads to destruction, and those who enter by it are many. For the gate is narrow and the way is hard that leads to life, and those who find it are few. Okay, that was 13 and 14. Now for verse 15. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. One more. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my victorious right hand. And that will be it for today, okay? We are 12 minutes away from my appointment. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be back, okay? And in case I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. All right. Yeah, I'll probably be a little bit late, but we'll see. That's why I tell you I'll be here again between the hours of 5:30 and 6. Oh yeah, you mean late for my appointment. Okay, that's what you meant. I thought you meant I was going to be late next time I start another live stream, which usually I am a little bit later than I say I'm going to be. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys later, okay? I got 11 minutes, okay? So I'm just going to take a little breather, meditate, and then I'm going to do that, okay? Okay. Take care, and thank you guys. Thank you for the gifts and everything, and I really appreciate you guys. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps. Maybe I'll get a silver plaque by the end of this year. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if that'll ever happen. I mean, it might happen. Yeah, I looked that up. To get the silver plaque, the silver, gold, and there's like a ruby one, I think. And to get a silver plaque, you need 100,000 subscribers. That'd be so cool, though. Anyway, love you too. Thank you. It's good to have you guys here. And yeah, I'll see. Yes, please subscribe, everyone. Thank you, Fixa. All right. I better take a break so I don't get late for my appointment. All right. Yes, I'll see you guys later, okay? Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.